It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Goff. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep is Steven Sims. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Play action. It's Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Again, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Goff now looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the tight end goes in motion left. Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
To the air again. Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Second down, they go again with Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now here come the Ravens. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Henry again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers. to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Laporta. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. They begin with Henry. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Again, it's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside handoff. Henry fighting him off. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 54 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Henry up the middle. And some strong running. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Flowers. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw, Goff.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
2 yards to go, second down.
Goff now looks to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing again is Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw is Goff.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The final shot before break here. Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throw caught by Flowers. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 57 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 33. On third down, Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Off the option, here's Henry.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. St. Brown in motion right. Off play action. Here's Goff. Wright's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, 28 yards. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Second down, they go again with Henry. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Again to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Henry again on second down. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Derrick Henry. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jackson.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's gone.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew,